So everyone, I have watched the FNAF 2 movie one day earlier than it was meant to come out. Like, that's crazy. So I'm gonna be telling you all my thoughts on what happened while I play another Roblox video. So, this whole animatronic, so Chica didn't strangle Abby's science teacher. Well, he was a bit strict. Also, she literally crushed his head open, wanting to see what works inside of humans' heads. Also, it seemed that the puppet actually controlled Abby, but Mike also saved Abby from the puppet's control. And while the Tyrannosaurus were escaped, they weren't on a rampage killing random people's houses. They were only going on a rampage killing adults who were mean to them. Because Charlotte Emily was controlling the toys until Michael Afton appeared, and Mike wasn't happy with Vanessa not telling him that she had a brother. And then it went out terrible. The puppet decided to go into Vanessa's body, and now she'll be evil. Also, before that happens, before that happens, and Mike leaves Vanessa, something else that happens is that the toy animatronics, Mike Afton told the toy animatronics to kill them, but then the original animatronics from the first movie saved their lives and their skulls. However, they weren't meant to leave the building, and they powered down. Cassidy, Golden Freddy Spirit, said that he and his friends will go into the afterlife, but not yet, but soon. And I thought that scene was really sad, though. It was so. However, that's not a theory. That's a game theory, a film theory, to be honest. Also, the puppet was controlling McKenna Grace's character, Lisa, and did not do well. Just strangled Vanessa, forcing her to give Toy Chica the code, so then the toy animatronics can leave the building. And Vanessa had no choice. Also, that scene when the yellow rabbit pulls out a knife isn't the scene with Charlotte Emily and that kid arrives, because that kid wasn't Sammy from the books. That kid was just someone else's random kid. Also, it was when Charlotte Emily saved that kid. And when Nancy runs into the halls and stabs Charlotte Emily 3 times in the back. 3 times in the back. The trap door opens and she falls to her death. But that's not the end of her, because the end was that the puppet caught her body. And just they merged souls together. And that was after they and Vanessa became friends. The souls of the marionette and Charlotte Emily literally merged. Do you think that's crazy? Also, it has Henry Emily in the movie, but barely. Henry Emily in the movie, and I hate that part. Also, that bit where Toy Bonnie stabs a random person around a horn with a driver. That scene is actually that woman's dumbass daughter literally appeared to try and convince Toy Bonnie to stop, Toy Bonnie, which is being controlled by Charlotte Emily, said that bad parents must be punished. Kind of reminds me of that game, Bad Parenting. Also, in the first pizzeria, we couldn't see the original animatronics because we're gone. They were gone. They weren't gone. No. However, there's a spare bit where Afton comes back and they try to put him in the horror attraction.